What is up, my brothers and sisters? I want to make a quick video on sin and why Jesus had to come down to this earth. Who was Jesus? What did he do? Why was he here? What's it all mean? Why is Christianity that I believe is true? Why am I even making these videos? Because I believe that where I was in life, walking in darkness, it was a very dark place. I had a lot of issues, and I was to a point where it was almost over for me. I'm not going to get into any more about that. I'll maybe do a testimony in one of these videos, but what I believe happened was that God pulled me out of darkness, and he gave me the truth. I was able to, when I was saved, God said, you know what? Not only are you searching for truth in this life, but I'm gonna give you truth. If you want truth and you're knocking on my door, I'm gonna give you truth. If you want it, you seek it, you will find it. You will find it. Now there's a problem with people, right? People will say, there is no God. I've looked, I've been, Christian, this and that. That's fine. You have. But what turned you away from it? Was it the hypocrites? Was it somebody sitting in church, with maybe a boob job or, something like that, you looked at that person and, they might have said, hey, you shouldn't be, with your girlfriend. You shouldn't be with your girlfriend. If you guys aren't married, you shouldn't be sleeping around. Really, Mrs. Lady with the fake boobs. Who are you to judge, right? Who are you to judge me as a Christian, right? Sitting in this church. Who are you to judge, right? And a lot of people turn away from that. The church, quote unquote church, which this Bible says nothing about, says to turn away from those places. Jesus went and started flipping over tables. Said, look what you're doing to my Father's home, my church, right? You're making it a den of thieves. You're corrupting the Word of God. You're changing it, God, right? The relationship of Jesus Christ into a religion. You're contorting it, making it different from what you want. What makes you happy. Being sin, happiness, a bunch of drums playing, and la la la. That's great. That brings people to Christ, but also you better preach the message that this says. We can all preach that God is love and this and that. Yes, he is. He is love. He came down to this earth. He stepped into his own creation after he gave us the free will. We rejected him, put Jesus Christ in our shoes, and died our sinful death. Because he is righteous and he is merciful. He is love. That's what it means. And Jesus said, go and sin no more, to the adulteress that was brought in. They were about to stone her. And he said, you know what? He who was without sin cast the first stone. And they all dropped the stones. And he turned to the lady that was brought in the very act. And he said, you know what, lady? You are forgiven. Go and sin no more. And here in James, starts off James chapter 1. Says, blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord has promised to him. Right? Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil. For every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Bringing lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, brings forth death. It also says here in James, where lay apart all filthiness, superfluity of naughtiness, receive the meekness and engrafted word which is able to save your souls. But do not be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any man is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man beholding his natural face in a glass. Right? And then you go over here to James chapter 2, verse 11. For he that says no man commit adultery says, do not kill. If you commit adultery and yet you kill, you have become a transgressor of the law. So speak ye and do as though be judged in the law of liberty. For he that has judgment and mercy, that has shown no mercy, and is rejoiced against judgment. For what doeth profit, my brethren, that a man say that he has faith but not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and desolate in daily food, depart from in peace, and be warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give not the things that are needful to the body, but what do it profit? And a man gives his whole life and saves his soul. It's right here. It's all over this book. It's all over this book. That we're supposed to turn from our old ways and be born again in Jesus Christ. Reject our own lifestyle, our old sinful ways. Pick up this book. Anytime you're feeling just a wickedness, right? A wickedness. When we feel that devil, the Satan, just the oh, I need a cigarette, or man, it would be really nice to go get a thing of beer right now. That's temptation. We're supposed to be drawn away from temptation. Reject, or say here, let's see, James chapter 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that fellowship of the world is enmity with God? So that's saying that if you're sitting in this world and you're of this world, you love, you're into politics and you're into all this wickedness, Madden 2017, Xbox games, Call of Duty, shoot 'em up games, be not part of this world. This world is of wickedness. All that stuff is brainwashing your mind. It's taking your mind off of what the truth is, the truth of God, right? And it says here, submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord. Speak not evil one of another. So you're sitting there gossiping, telling everybody, man, look at this guy, he's not doing anything at work, and this person's a piece of crap. Well, guess what? What are you doing right now? You're falling into that worldly thinking. That worldly thinking is no good. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother judges his brother, speaketh evil of the law, and judges the law. But if you are a judge of the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver, who is able to save and destroy. Ooh, it's a tough one. We're supposed to judge righteously. We're supposed to pull the plank out of our eye so we can see clearly, to pull the speck out of our brother's eye. Right? That when we are freed from sin, what does the Bible say that we're going to do? We're going to be born again. But what happens? Don't be a dog that throws up all the garbage and the sin that we've had in our lives. The dog's and throws up all that nastiness, right? And then we go and we feel better. We feel better because we got all that crap out. Our sin has been washed. Jesus has reduced all that, taken it all away. But what do most of us do? What does the church say we can do? Oh, thanks God for making me feel better for a little bit. And now what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to go back and we're going to slurp up all of our vomit, right? Or a pig that's washed and gets put back into the mire, right? Washed of its own ways. God bless you guys. My kids are already here. Love you guys. Have a good day.